Hello, and welcome! We finally made it Super Bowl 60. And it's the two best teams that I have in my power rankings. It is the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. And let me tell you, this is not the first time these two teams are gonna face in the Super Bowl. Because the last time they faced was 11 years ago, Super Bowl 49. And if you remember that Super Bowl, that was also on NBC. And it was the Super Bowl where Marshawn Lynch didn't ran the ball on the 1 yard line. And ever since then, the Seattle Seahawks have not made it back to the Super Bowl until now. So let's get going, shall we? Of course, the Seahawks have beaten the Niners in a B2A performance, and they held off the Los Angeles Rams and on their way to the Super Bowl. The Patriots have beaten top defenses in the Chargers, in the Texans, and the Broncos to get to the Super Bowl. The problem with those three teams, though, poor quarterback play. What does that mean? Their defense is just as good. So what is my prediction? I honestly already have my prediction on this one, but I'm going to explain why. Here's the thing. Both of these teams did not make the playoffs the previous year. The Patriots have been rebuilding until now when they hired Mike Bravel as their head coach. They dominated in their easy schedule throughout the year. And despite that, I still saw them as one of the teams that could eventually make the Super Bowl. Drake May has been incredibly good this season, especially as a manager, as a guy that doesn't make any mistakes with the football. Of course, against the Chargers and against the Texans, he did make a ton of mistakes. You could argue that it was his defense that got them to the Super Bowl. But of course, just because you have a great defense doesn't mean that you can have a shitty quarterback. I'm looking at you, Texans. You still need a quarterback that can manage his offense to a point where he doesn't make too many mistakes, and that's what Drake May does. With that said, in order for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, Drake May cannot be a game manager. He has to be a phenomenal franchise quarterback for the Patriots to win. Because the Seahawks are not going to be a walk in the park. Throughout the playoffs, the Seahawks are the most well-rounded team that I've watched since maybe the 2020 Buccaneers. They're good on offense, they're good on defense, and they're good at special teams. Rashid Shaheed is one of the best kick returners in this year's playoffs. And if you watch that 49ers game, you'll know why. Sam Darnold is also playing mistake-free football. And he has become one of the best quarterbacks this season. His journey from where he started to right now could be a biography movie if he pulls this off. It also helps that you have weapons in Kenneth Walker and Jackson Smith-Njigba and a terrific defense led by Devon Witherspoon and DeMarcus Lawrence. So what is my prediction? These are, by the way, the coaches that are facing off in this Super Bowl are both named Mike. Honestly, with the way they played the last few games though, I'ma give this one to the Seahawks. I just think they're gonna force me to make a ton of mistakes, and they're gonna make sure that the Patriots pay for it. I don't think this is gonna be a blowout though, because both defenses are that good. Who knows? The Patriots might turn Sam Darnold into Jets Sam Darnold, right? But with that said, I'm gonna give the edge to the Seahawks just because I think overall they're the much more well-rounded team. And that's all I'm gonna say. See ya.